Hi everyone. I just wanted to very quickly make kind of a sign-off video for our little project because Sir David is now 100 years old and our song is now made and it's out and people have seen it and people have loved it. At the time of making this, I think we've got 3.7 thousand views on my page. I know ABC Australia in their feature, which includes parts of it, is at least 17,000 now. And people keep saying to me, oh, I heard you on BBC Radio 4 or the World Service. So the song has spread out in all sorts of directions, and I suspect it will continue to do so. It's a joyous, beautiful thing. I think because we all got together and did this without any agenda other than we can as a community. It doesn't matter that we're across large geographical boundaries or that there are big differences in age or anything else. I love that fact. And I also think it's quite important because right now, real humans getting together and saying, hey, we are a community, I think it really matters. So I really hope that there will be more projects like this. I hope we will remain committed to Sir David's message on climate, because underneath all the fun and the celebration, which we very much wanted to embrace, there is a very serious message. And there are people in the world, of course, saying, oh, climate change is a hoax. It's a scam, in fact. I would encourage you strongly to believe Sir David, who spent his days studying the natural world up close, and is backed by NASA and 100,000 independent studies, literally, from universities, and a great deal of other evidence. All of these tell us that climate change is here, it is very serious, and we need to really act and be aware that there are forces, very well-managed forces, that would like us to really believe, oh, there's nothing to worry about. Keep going as you keep going. Enough of that. I'm not here to be on a climate hobby horse, but to say thank you and to offer one last thing, which is I wanted to just share a little bit of my own kind of process because other people have found this very helpful. I like to make sound maps, and it's a really easy thing to do that anyone can do. You don't have to read music, you don't have to sing or anything else. I have a sound map here, strangely enough. So what I like to do, ideally I'll go into a woodland or something like that, but you can do it anywhere. I could do it right here in this room. And all I do is over a period of maybe 15 minutes up to an hour, typically, I simply write down every sound I hear. So I start with, if you see here, I start with the sounds my body makes, my breath and my heartbeat. I take a moment to just focus on that, which just settles me down. And let's say I'm in a woodland, then here, this is Sydenham Hill Woods. Well, this is, I actually sketched the kind of bluebells that happen to be out there. There's no single method. This isn't like the right way to do it or anything else. I'm simply finding ways that I can remember, like the planes that were going over, the scattered bird song of various birds that were singing in the woods that day. And I end up with a lovely little memento of 20 minutes in the woods, a little piece of art. But I also end up much better connected to the sounds around me that my brain's usually screening out. And that makes me just feel better about life. It gives me a moment of calm. Essentially, this is like a meditation. But instead of, I'm terrible at meditation. You would probably guess, wouldn't you? So having a method really helps me, and perhaps it can help you. Other people have tried this and found it very beneficial. If you're interested, you can email me, but there's no agenda. It's completely free. I'll simply tell you what I do. And it can open other doors as well. So as you listen to sounds, you realize that sounds are extraordinarily complex. And so you might start by just making a list of the sounds, but then you realize the sound of, let's say, rain in a woodland is a million sounds. It's a million drops hitting and falling off leaves and all the rest of the sound of a playground is a million sounds and so on. And it starts to reveal itself to you. And it can be a really beautiful thing that helps you just feel a little better connected. It's a freebie. Email me if you want to know more about what I do. As I said, there's no right way to do it, but it's, I suspect, very good with children. But I think at any age, it can be a really nice way, very simple way to just find a bit of peace, feel better connected. Okay, I'm approaching 6 minutes. It's time for me to shut up. Thank you so much for being a part of this, whatever part you took. Even if you intended to be a part of this and ended up not being a part of it, thank you for at least considering it, because it's not always possible. I know, that happens to me. I hope we'll meet again. And even if we don't, I hope this project will stay with you as something you feel you've put into the world that is beautiful and worthwhile. Okay, take care for now.